When we heard the announcement, it was exactly the same feeling when this all started, when we had to first close down in 2020.
With record-breaking COVID-19 cases hitting Quebec, over 3,700 on Friday, never seen during the pandemic, some Montrealers are changing their social plans. Instead of being here at a downtown restaurant, they'll be here in their own kitchen. As Premier François Legault called on Quebecers to reduce their social contacts by half and slashed capacity limits at stores, bars, and restaurants to 50% as of Monday, restaurant owners say they're already feeling the effects.
I think people panicked. I mean, my phone just didn't stop ringing in the afternoon, and the cancellations just started. As the spread of the Omicron variant surges in the province, Montrealers lined up for 3+ hours at this testing site in Hochelaga, lines forming around the block as positivity rates climb. At Graziella restaurant in Old Montreal, the cancellations tally reached 90 on Thursday alone. It was extremely demoralizing because this anguish feeling just set right back in. For others, the news isn't the worst case scenario because restaurants can remain open.
We don't want to see a lockdown. And so if this is the matter that's needed and it's done with quickness and efficiency, then we should be okay.
They are the necessary measures. The issue is that they are at the wrong time. They're a little, too late.
Office holiday parties also deemed high risk by public health as news that Notre Dame Hospital in Montreal suspended its non-urgent surgeries after 5 members of its operating room staff were infected with COVID-19, reportedly at a Christmas party. And a Laval restaurant, Le Boating Club, closing voluntarily for at least a week after a staff member and about 30 other people were infected during holiday parties, at least one case presumed to be Omicron. Experts are calling out the government, saying they let this happen by not taking action sooner.
That restriction plan doesn't even take effect until next week, and then some of those measures will take, 1 or 2 more weeks to determine if they're effective.
Even the NHL is taking precautions amid rising cases among teams. I thought I'd be spending my time here watching the Montreal Canadiens host the Boston Bruins Saturday night, but that game's been postponed. And on Thursday night, the Habs played to an empty Bell Centre at the request of Quebec health officials.
It's discouraging because over the last almost 2 years, we thought that we were getting out of this mess, and now we find ourselves taking not a step back, a huge leap back.
Experts adding that until you can get a booster shot, reduce social contacts to prevent a bigger spike in cases.
We follow the game plan. We keep our staff and our customers safe. We stay open. I think we'll get through this just fine.
We don't know if these restrictions are going to be the only restrictions, or are they going to go further, and are we going into a lockdown come the new year? So yes, that is very worrisome for all of us in the industry.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.
We had a group of people, now it's going to be not more than 10.
I wasn't surprised. What I was surprised is that the government didn't really own up to their decisions, but it wasn't surprising. Around the holidays, everybody getting together, it was to be expected that the numbers would go up. And personally, I already applied those restrictions, so it doesn't really bother me. It's just for everyone's safety.
It was a little bit stressful because everything is closing again. Actually, I feel lucky to have the chance to went dancing before. Like in the previous weeks, I went dancing, so I'm good for this. But it's stressful. I think everybody is worried to be isolated again and to don't see our friends. And for Christmas, it's very sad. I hope I will see my family, but not everyone for a second year. So, it's not good news.
It's always worrying, but I do believe that the government are taking the effect in order to protect, in order to minimize, in order to whatever they need to be done, they're doing it.